Alright guys, so welcome back. We're going to get back to the 73 Suzuki. Start by taking off the seat, the plastics here, just so I can wipe up and clean up the tank, clean up a bit of the head, clean up top of the motor, some gunk sitting on there. We're going to spray line it, pressure washer, get her nice and shiny, and then we can get the carb off, pull the carb, see if we need to get some new jets. Clean some oil, you know. She's been sitting for about 20 years now, and she wants to be brought back to life, so we'll see where we can go. Now I've already pulled the cotter pins out. Well, these will pop up easy. A couple of Phillips here. There's a 10 mil there. Run over here, and all this plastic here is cracked. So they riveted it and got a piece of sheet metal in behind. I'm not too sure if I even want to play with that at all. He doesn't really want me to go too hard on repairing a lot of stuff. My buddy Paul wants to keep it mainly original, and maybe we can find a collector that'd be interested in it. Now I need the 10 mil. Go. Washer. Oh yeah, this side's busted here too. Hanging on by a thread. Need a little bit more work than I thought she was gonna. That's okay. Now, there that goes. Carefully slide over that. And remove this. No, slide that. Oh, high enough. Really don't want to break this plastic here. There we go. Very, very dried out. Just got a tab fell off on me here. No tab broke off there, so I'll have to do a little bit of fiberglass work, but that's okay. It's in good shape otherwise. Now I got everything exposed. I clean up the top of the gas tank, top of the oil tank, clean all the grease and all the dirt off with some spray line. And then I can get to the carb and start cleaning her. She runs great already. Needs a fine tune, but other than that, it's in pretty good shape for a 73. So we'll see how she goes here. Okay guys, I'm back. Right over the crappy tire there. Picked up my favorite grease parts cleaner anyway. Spray 9 grease off, good for the parts. And I got some spray 9 engine degreaser. Good for cleaning out the motors, a little brush here. You can want to get a nice and spick and span like these old plastics here. So what I'm going to do I'm gonna spray the top of the frame and all the stuff up top with the spray line parts cleaner. I'll pressure wash her down, and then I'll bring her back. I'll spray the motor with the motor cleaner. Use my little wire brush, clean everything up, bring her back out, give her a final clean, and I'm gonna get back in here, start tearing some stuff off, so I get the carb off, and then we'll start cleaning up the carburetor. Okay, so we're back here. Give the motor a bit of a scrub down. I didn't bring it in pressure wash it yet. I may do that tomorrow. It's pouring rain here, so I'm going to go ahead and pull the air box, pull the carb. I'm assuming the air box hasn't been open in a while. So let's see how she goes here. Get my little seat over. I believe these are going to be 12s. Yeah, that's a 12. Nice and loose here. Maybe in luck, maybe somebody did pull this thing apart. I highly doubt it though. Alright. These are nice and loose. Now, let's see if we can get the top of the carb off. Just a little snug on this side here, so. There we go. Now I believe this air box. I don't know if that's going to work when it comes out. Oh dear. That's not looking good at all. Rotten. And that knob just twisted right out of there. Which tells me that that's really seized inside. Ooh. There's your air filter. Garbage. Well, let's see if I can get something on there. Oh, here she comes. On anything, but when in doubt, why scrape it out? There's the little brass tab that inserts inside the knob here. We get some JB weld and get her back together there. Oh dear. That, my friends, is garbage. Okay, so I will need to most likely unclip this. She's not going to be fun here. Oh, there we go. Wow, is that ever dry? Okay, so probably a couple 10 mil bolts and that box should pull right out. These on my magnets. Now, off of the carb there. Should be able to pull that carb out nice and easy now. These bolts off, couple washers. There we go. Another player, I can get this bolt off. Try not to drop everything. There we go. Right out of the way there. I should be able to slide this right out. Maybe easier for the other side. There we go. Show you this cable like that up here. Okay, that's up and out of the way. Get the old fuel line off, which will most likely be replacing that. And there's that. Oh boy, she is gross. Oh, that opened easier than I thought it was. Going to anyway. A lot cleaner than I thought it was going to be in there. I guess we'll see. The intake side's pretty filthy here. And a bunch of junk in there, so we'll get her apart. Put her in my little bin here. And we'll get shifted over here with the camera. And we'll get taking the carburetor apart. Okay. So I got my star here, some absolutely gross fuel coming out of here. Very, very gross fuel. Missing both of the lines for the drains, as you can tell. Let's see what we got in the float here. right now. Oh dear. Oh dear. That. Look at that. Absolutely filthy. The gasket's just blown right apart. I'll have to get a new one of those. It's still free inside though, surprisingly. Well, let's get her torn down and have a look. Oh yeah, have a look at the jets. Wowee. Alright. I get a rag here. Okay. I need that one there. And this one here. So, oh boy, she's in there tight. Oh yeah, that's gonna be fun to get out of there. Let me just find something here for a second. I have this one here. That's not as dangerous because it's got a broken tip. Oh boy, she is in there good. A little pin is right seized in there pretty tight. See if I can get a hold of her and get her to free up. There we go. Oh, just be careful. Wow. Let that sit. Wow, are they ever filthy? She's gonna need a good bath. Just filthy. What do you think though for sitting for, who knows, 20 years? Where is my little 10 mil now? Start pull the jets out. There it is. Just disgusting all over in there. I'll leave out of that. Now, I believe that's a 6. No, I was right, that's a 6. I'm not even sure if I have a 6mm wrench, so I may have to go to my 6mm socket. Yep, there she is. Okay, now where's that? Nice and easy. But very rusty, very dirty. Where's my little light? I don't have a look in there. See what I'm dealing with in here. Alright. Where's my little guy here? Got her in. Oh boy. Oh, I got it. Gotta be very careful with these brass jets, as you can strip them very easily and they will be nothing but a nightmare. Oh wow. Wondering why she's running bad, eh? Well, I will get these all cleaned up, get the carb cleaner going, let this thing sink for a while, soak all that gunk out of there, and then I will give her a nice bath. Here's the fuel here. Oh yeah. And I'll pull out the idle jet. Sorry. Okay, so now we're going to brake clean the outer, the inside, clean some parts, clean all the jets out, all the needles, everything's gotta be spotless. Take my little brush here and just give her a bit of a scrub and make sure most of all the grit and the grime out. Like I said, I was gonna pressure wash everything, but it is pouring rain outside today, so. Give her a wipe with a rag. That's filthy in there. Look at that. That's stuck right to her. That's most of it's from the gasket. There's a lot of grime in there though. I do like to take some emery cloth and get some of that stuck on gunk out, you know. I'll spray her down, pull out the compressor and give her a good spray out. Try to get most of the old gasket off anyway. Piece just getting stuck up in there. Don't want that getting lodged in anywhere. That'd be a serious problem down the road. Quick little spray down. Woo. gonna let that sit like that for a minute while I take some of these and start giving them some love. Get any of that hard chunky crap off of there. You don't want it falling off after the fuel gets in the bowl. Do the same thing to the other side. You're never gonna get all that off there, but get the hard chunks, the grime, the gritty stuff. Carburetor will be safe. I'll take that one, I'll set it over on my dry towel on the other side. Pull the spring off first so you can get the threads, any black gunk up underneath the threads there, you know. Got her out, might as well do it proper the first time. Keep everything clean. Same thing with that. I'll give that a quick spray when I have this out of my hand. Never hurts. Anyways, there. Beautiful. Hey, just continue on, pull the spring off. Quick little cleanup, flip it around. This will be the air to fuel. There. Spring's fairly clean here. And into the dry rag. And with these, I always take my air compressor. That's clogged, I can't see through her. Take the compressor, give her a good blow through, which I'm gonna go and do this one right now. Now this one, that hole in there, right in there, tiny little pinhole there, she's clogged. These ones are free. Oh, My bad there, getting used to this camera thing still. These ones are free, but she clogged straight through the hole. So I'll have to get a tiny little wire, poke her through, and give her another cleaning. Okay, I'm gonna let that one sit. Some of this crap. Let her sit there for a bit till I can find my little wire there. I got this one here too. Oh, the gunk up under there. I always want to get that out. I'll wash her off. Get her right off of there. Right. As cleaned up as you can there. Give her a quick spray. And the same thing, and you see that stuff in there? That's the stuff gonna clog your jets all over after you clean it again if you don't get her out the first time. All that stuff all around the threads. Yeah, my camera's being funky on me now. I don't know if you guys can see her there. Get her out while you got it out. See that? Nice and clean now. No issues. Shoots right through. Nice and clean. Give her a blow at the compressor. Set her aside when you put her back together. Nice clear hole. She's ready to go. Oh, don't forget your washer though. I'm gonna take her there. This is for your float. It's a pretty big hole. She's usually fairly clean unless you get a large chunk stuck in there, which I have had happen multiple times, so it's not impossible, but give her a good clean, quick spray down, set her aside, blow her out. I always give this quick scrub down too. She was pretty tight in there, so she's obviously got some build up on it, you know. You want your float rolling up and down free. You don't want her sticking on you, overflowing. Really not hard at all. Memory cloth always does the trick. There we go. Quick spray down. Blow her off. Other side. And we got the float needle here. It's got some stuff on her. It's very hard to clean. This is very small and I've got fat thumbs. You just do this here.
Sorry.
Yes, I'm in here.
Sorry.
It's okay. Are you going to get the kids now? So yeah, give her a good cleaning, spray her down. Blow it off with the compressor. Okay, well, we've got all those others cleaned up. I got the screws here. I have to go get me a new gasket from the store. See if I can get her unclogged now. Here's my little piece of wire. Where did she go now? It's funny, the one thing you look for when you really want it, you can't find it. Where did I put you? You're hiding on me up here. All right. Just got a little mechanics wire here. We're in there, over a twirl, break up any hardened dirt, gunk that's in there. Nothing coming out on it, so. Nice little twisty twist. I think I felt her there. Blow it out. And we'll get the. Oh, that was a good shot. There we go. Oh, I can see a fine little hole. Let's see what happens with the compressor now. Oh, perfect. Beautiful. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see. My phone is not the greatest, but got a nice, yeah, there you go. You can see my palm right through the hole now. Cleaned right up. Put her aside with the other ones. And now I'm just going to take this little wire and poke her down in here. Break up any of the hard stuff right where the jet sits, seated to the carb. Nothing really, everything's pretty clean. No real hard stuff in there. This is the overflow. She tips to the side. And you got your feeder tube here for the float itself. She's looking pretty clean to me. I gotta get some of that stuff right in the bowl out, but you see all that drying up from the brake clean there, so I gotta give her a good scrape with my emery cloth and then give her a good blowout with the compressor. I just like to give everything a bit of a wipe down, You never know what's built up or stuck on and get all that loose when you put her all back together and fire it up for the first time. Give her a good soak down and I'll go and spray her down with the air compressor. we'll be right back. Alright, so I'm going to move you guys back over to this side here. Just kind of give you a general idea of what I've been doing. See if I can do this properly here. So basically I just take the air compressor, nozzle, give her a shot through, make sure everything's clean. Same with the carb, I took her down, sprayed her out. Now I need to go pick up the gasket and we can put her back together shortly. Okay guys, we're gonna get this carb put back together here now. We got everything cleaned. Unfortunately, I could not get a new gasket. So I will show you guys what I use. This gasket is okay. It does have a small tear in it, but I always like to use this blue sealer every time I do anything to do with carbs or any type of oil. So get her in. Get this one back in here. Don't over tighten, just snug. There is, oh, I need my little flat head there. And same thing. Don't push too hard, let her go in. If you feel like it's not going in straight, don't crank her down and cross thread everything. Run yourself into trouble. She's in there snug. And get the float needle in. Oops. Completely missed that there. Nice and smooth. I'll get the pin. Attempt to get her back in here. There she goes. All the way through, locked in. Give her a flip. A thing of beauty there. Moving freely, no issues. We are good to go. You'll see. She kind of seems like she's sticking a little bit, to tell you the truth. But maybe a little fuel. There we go. Pull back on here. Pull screws. Once you get one in, you can kind of lay her down on the side and slowly put all the others down. I don't want to over tighten. Let's get a little snug till you get the other two in, and then you can go around and get them all a little snug up. And like I said, just go around, give them all a little snug. Make sure she's sealed properly. And there you have her. Carburetor ready to go back together. Like I said, when I get some nicer weather, I'll get out and spray her all down with some spray 9 again and pressure wash everything nice and clean. But for now, let's get her back together. Oh, I'm dropping some spring now, which is not good. I'll get this adjusted after I get the slider in. Find that spring now. Where did she go? Oh, there it is. Now normally your air diffusers are 1.5 to 3 turns out, depending on what you're running. So it's half, 1, half. I'll run her at 1.5 for now. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna turn her back into 1. And when we fire her up, I'll dial her in and get her all tuned up, ready to go. Nice and clean. I will be replacing that. This old line. Yeah, basic carb clean. Okay, so we're gonna throw the carb back in here now. We've got her all put back together. Find the right slot there. Put the needle in. There she goes. Nice and smooth in there now. Oh yeah. Cable's a little dry, may drop some lube down there. That should be good for our fire up here. Get her back into place. Get the air filter holes out of the way. Put her in there. There she slides on nice and easy. Wash her in a nut. In this case, it's 2 washers. One flat, one locking, and then a nut. Get them started. The other washers and the nuts. Flat washer. Very tricky to get these on here. And then the locking washer. And then the nut. Grab yourself your 12 mil. Start snugging them down. Snug there. Snug there. Snug there. One more, just to be sure. Now we can. Airbox hose on. Stick this up here. You can grab these two bolts. I'm actually going to put a new washer on this one. Airbox back on. Don't forget to hook back up your connector here. Now I don't have the air filter yet, but I'm going to put the cover back on for the time being. There's that. Hook up the fuel. Fuel line on here. There we go. And this air hose doesn't really want to go on here. It's very dry at the end. Try not to break it or split it. Where is my star? Loosen it up on the back side. Use some more clay. Did not want to go on there. It wasn't on there when I got it here in the first place. But where is she sliding on now? tightened up. Well, of course she slid off on me. Hose clamp come off to the side. There we go. Okay, I'll get this back one quick little tighten. And she's all back together. She's ready for a fire up. Although, when my good buddy Paul dropped off this bike to me, he didn't give me the key. So I need to go and pick that up. We will put some fuel in it and fire up when I get back home with the key here shortly. Well, we got her all back together. Carb's clean, everything's ready to go. We're gonna try and fire it up here. Some fuel there. Choke on. Oh, there we go. Well, that's the end there. Gonna get her back to my good friend Paul after I put the headlight back in, of course. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.